Good morning, you guys. Alex here from Bulls and Bears, or folks, Alex from YouTube. And today I want to speak on a little trend that I've been noticing, or pattern, if you want to call it that. And that is in the S&P 500. But before I get into that, I do want to speak on what is the S&P 500, because I know that a lot of you guys don't even know what this is, especially for my small account that I just have friends and relatives. So you guys probably aren't familiar with the S&P, but with a quick simple Google search you can get a really good answer. So I searched up why is the S&P 500 so important, first of all, and it says the S&P 500 is largely considered an essential benchmark index, so it's an index for the US stock market, composed of 500 large cap companies across a breadth of industry sectors. The index captures the pulse of the American corporate economy. So in other words, it pretty much measures the health of the American economy in terms of the companies. And if you don't know, well, companies pretty much, the reason why America is so great is because of great companies. So what do I have to say about this trend here that I'm watching? Well, if you aren't familiar with stocks, this is pretty much what you would call a downtrend. So what is a downtrend? Well, in technical terms, a downtrend pretty much consists of higher highs. So this is the ultimate peak high right here that we had, and then we have not higher highs, higher lows. So the ultimate high right here, which is where we last saw the price, the highest is right here. And next we have a higher low, then a higher low, and then potentially a higher low right here. And then it also consists of lower lows. So we have a lower low right here, lower low right here, lower low here, and the lowest low that we've seen so far. So what happens when the general market or the health of the economy is in a downtrend? Well, to be quite frank with you, you should expect more downward moves, downward momentum. You should expect that if the market is already in a downtrend. You should expect a continuation, is what I'm trying to say. So do I advise you to buy stocks right now? Absolutely not. We are still in a downtrend, and now, to be quite frank with you, we could potentially turn it around right now, and that is exactly what I want to speak about. Just important price action areas that I see high interest in. But before we get into that, I want to elaborate more on the trend right now. So we know that the S&P is composed of 500 stocks, 500 of the most important stocks. So let's take a look at exactly those 500 stocks. Obviously not all of them, but 4 of them, which are the top 4 companies in America, and that is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. And if you haven't noticed yet, they're obviously all in a similar downtrend like the S&P. All of them are higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, Microsoft. Higher lows, everything just coming down, very similar to what the S&P is doing. So if the S&P is downtrending, you should assume that other stocks are also in a downtrend. Now, to a lot of you guys, this may seem like a buying opportunity for, well, yeah, things are looking cheap and it's a buying opportunity. But that's not the way that I see it. I see it as a downtrend. It's downtrending, that I should expect some continuation. But the question still remains, at what point should I become a buyer? Obviously, I have to ask myself this as well, since I'm a swing trader. Even though I'm not an investor and I don't hold positions for any longer than a month, I still am really attracted to what's going on in the general market, which is the S&P 500. So at what point am I going to become a buyer is what I've been asking myself. And let me just move this over here back to the S&P 500. There are 3 critical points, at least for the upside, 3 critical confirmations that I'm looking at. The first area is, let's get a little closer right here. The last candle that we've had, which is, well, I forgot to mention that these candles are 1 week worth of time. So every candle is 1 week. The previous week, it is Saturday right now. So the last week that we've had is pretty much this candle, this small candle right here. So we're very, very close to breaking the trend line. The trend line. I want to make it clear, the trend line, not the trend, but the trend line that I drew. So it's personal to me, and I'm pretty sure it varies from person to person, from platform to platform. But this is my trend line, and 405 is pretty much the breaking point of this trend line. It's not very convincing to me because, like I said, it's personal to me. So I would assume that many people have it different. 405 is the first confirmation point for the S&P 500. The next one is 415, which is right here. This is where things get a little more interesting because we're well above the trend line already, and we're also starting to break some resistances. If you're not familiar with that, it's pretty much I don't know, support and resistance, whatever. I mean, it's pretty much supply and demand. Price action right here. 415 is the next confirmation. This is where I'm likely going to be really bullish right here. So I'm going to be really buying stocks in anticipation of a far run right here. But at what point does the trend actually break? The real trend, not my trend lines, the real trend. Well, we mentioned that a trend consists of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So the point that we pretty much go over this line, this previous higher low, which is at 430. Once we start trading at above 430, that's when the whole trend is gonna pretty much dissipate, and we're gonna potentially make higher highs and start the trend all over again upward. So that's gonna be the ultimate place to be buying. Obviously, to you, it may seem like it's a little too far-fetched, and you might feel like you're gonna be missing out. But don't worry, there's plenty of opportunities now in the market. So that's it, the 3 confirmation points. I'm obviously going to have that in literal form for you guys to get a better understanding. Not only that, but, well, yeah, like I said, the buying opportunity is in blue. The selling opportunity to go short is in red. So if the price does come back down to, I think it's 495, that's when I'm going to be short selling. And if you haven't seen my previous video, I opened a few short positions because I think that we might get rejected of this trend line. But in the case that I don't, I still have 2 long positions for the upside, and I really don't like that because I seem a little indecisive. I am a little indecisive in what the market is going to do right now. But that's it. Yeah, so I'm definitely watching the S&P closely and seeing if the price is going to break above the trend line or if we're going to get rejected. And if we get rejected, I'm going to be short selling stocks. And if the price goes up and it breaks the trend line, I'm going to be buying stocks. So the same applies to all these stocks right here: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Blue line, you buy. That's the point of confirmation to buy. Buying is a blue line. Buying is a blue line. So the point to short sell is going to be the red line. In the case of Apple, it's 135 around here. This is pretty much where the trend is most likely to continue downward. Now, if you guys want a better form of this, I have it in paper just to show you guys this right here, so you guys could take a potential screenshot maybe. It'll help you guys out. So here it is. That's the plan for my coming, I think, probably in the week, or I mean in the following month. These prices are going to be very important areas to be looking at. So that's it. Take a screenshot if you want and use it to your own risk. I am not a financial advisor. I will make that clear. Alright, so going back to my positions here, like I said, I have 2 long positions for the upside, which is TTD and Google. I know I said that I wouldn't be buying stocks right now, but this is pure short term. So yeah, I still have these 2 long positions, but besides that, I have very short, but I am pretty heavy on short positions right now because I feel like the price is going to get rejected. XIB short, AAA short, Microsoft short. SQQ is a long, but the SQQ is pretty much a stock that goes up when the market comes down. And just I don't think I mentioned it on my previous video how much money I made, but in 1 week I've made $225, pretty much 3.7% of my whole account. So that was definitely a good week. We only got 1 loser, and obviously the amount of losers doesn't really matter as long as you make a lot of good money. The amount of money you make is better than having few losers and them being like absolute massive losers. So this was definitely a good loser right there. So that being said, I think I drilled my point to you guys. I would not be buying in this market conditions, at least for I would not actually, let me rephrase. I would not have the perspective of thinking, okay, the prices are low, I'm going to get a discount and I'm going to buy it. No way. But that's it. I hope I taught you guys something right there. Good little price action. I showed you guys potential entries. And that's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Quick little brief summary of what is going on in the current market. It is Saturday. Market opens on Monday, so be careful. Keep your risk low. And that's it, you guys. Stay focused and subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.